DFG Science TV. Duck Stop Bodensee. 260,000 water birds in search of food.
Today is Anya's big day. The cages are being placed on the lake bed. Can Anya finally get started with her experiments? The preparations are in full swing. The oxygen, the flag, and the lines.
Everything's in. Lines, signal buoy.
She needs to concentrate now. Has she got everything she needs for the dive? The diving regulator, air cylinders, weights, fins, and the sampling device. She mustn't forget anything. After all, the divers have almost an hour's bus journey to the site of the experiment. The bus is pretty full, and that even though the cages are already on the Metnau Peninsula in the middle of the nature reserve. While her diving instructor Martin goes out ahead in the boat, after all, it'll take him twice as long by boat, the bus carrying the diving team and all of their equipment slowly sets off. Now they can finally get started. Together with the research diver Stefan and the assistant Gabi, Anya heaves the cages onto the boat before they are placed close to the experimental plots. No easy task, especially considering how murky the water is today. Anya and Stefan have quite a struggle too. They transport the cages to the intended sites. In the plot in the cages, the plants will be able to grow undisturbed, without being devoured by birds. But that alone isn't enough to measure the effect of birds on the ecosystem.
I've put the cages in place now, and now I'm going to use the cork line with these flags on to mark the plots so that I'll be able to find them again when I come back to take the samples.
In contrast to the areas in the cages, the birds will be able to eat the plants here. In order to be able to measure the effect that the birds have on the plants precisely, the comparison between the two different areas is very important to Anya. Anya is already taking the first plant samples from the two different plots using an underwater trowel in order to document the initial state. She will take more at a later date so that she can determine exactly what the birds have eaten over a given period of time and what effect this has had on the other plant and animal species in the lake.
It wasn't terribly easy because the amount of growth on the lake bed wasn't very even. I needed to find good representative spots, but I managed it in the end. Now we'll have to wait and see how things develop.
Well, now she's taken the first samples, and tomorrow Anya can analyze them in the lab. What will she discover?
Visit DFG Science TV for more information. Awaken the researcher within you.